Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss about comprehensive guide to renters insurance. How to protect your personal belongings when you are a renter. Most folks know that people who own their residence carry, in fact, are often required by mortgage companies to carry homeowner insurance to protect their property, their possessions, and any injury incurred by visitors. But what about people who are renting or leasing their living space? Here is everything you need to know about renters insurance: what it is, what it does and doesn't cover, and how it gets it. Renters insurance is akin to homeowners insurance, but it is for people who rent or lease property, such as houses and apartment. The average renter's belongings are worth around $20,000 according to the insurance company USA. Key steps to getting the maintaining renter's insurance policy include taking inventory of your possessions and keeping an updated spreadsheet of items. Renters insurance tends to cover loss or damage to item in home related to fire, theft, vandalism, plumbing, and electrical malfunctions. There are two ways in which renters insurance reimburses: actual cash value, which pay what the property was worth at this time of damage, and replacement cost, which pays the full cost of replacing the item with new ones. What is renters insurance? Renters insurance is a form of property insurance that covers losses to personal property and protect the insured from liability claims. The include injures occurring in your rental that aren't due to the structural problem. Injuries due to structural problem are your landlord's responsibility. Renters insurance protect anything from a studio apartment to an entire house or mobile home. Even if you are just starting out or living in a place for a year, getting a renter insurance policy, probably the least expensive and easiest to obtain insurance you will ever own, could be a smart investment. You may not think you have got anything to great value, but you probably do, more than you could comfortably afford to replace in the event of bad burglary or fire. In addition, no matter how careful you may be with your own apartment, the sort of residence most renters have, you can't control your neighbors. They can leave your security gates open, budge ill-intentioned stranger into your building, or fall asleep with the cigarette in hand and start a serious fire. While your landlord property insurance may cover the building itself, the insurance will cover the content of your apartment. Nor will it cover the damage for which you could be sued by someone who had an accident within your apartment or rented space. What renters insurance cover? Renters insurance has three basic coverage components: personal possession, liability, and additional living expenses. Personal possession. The coverage is for the content of your related dwelling. Typical named perils include fire, theft, vandalism, plumbing, and electrical malfunction, certain weather-related damage, and other named hazard. More specifically, a standard HO4 policy, as it is called, is for renters and covers losses to personal property from events such as hail, explosion, riot, damage caused by the aircraft or vehicle, vandalism, and volcanoes, among others. Flood and earthquake, however, are not covered and require separate insurance policies. Liability. Liability coverage protects you up to certain amount in the event that you get sued for an injury or other damage incurred at your home by other people. It also pays for damage that you, your family, or your pets cause to other. It pays any court judgments as well as legal expenses up to the policy limit, which usually starts at $1 lakh and can go up to $3 lakh. For coverage higher than that, you need to buy an umbrella policy. Additional living expenses. This coverage means that if your unit becomes uninhabitable due to one of the covered perils, you will be provided with some money to pay for temporary housing, hotel bills, restaurant meals, temporary rentals, and other expenses incurred while your dwelling is being rehabbed are all included. Important, many landlords are increasingly requiring tenants to carry renters insurance. What doesn't renter insurance cover? You should be aware that there are many things that most policies do not automatically cover. Backup of sewage into your residence, earthquake, flood, and other acts of God. These things can be covered for the additional premium if you feel you are significant risk. Also, if you have any unusual, expensive, or valuable items such as high-end electronic equipment, fine jewelry, musical instrument, or an important collection of art and antiquities, you may need to purchase floater insurance in the form of rider to cover this item. In addition, a separate reader might be needed to cover wind damage in certain areas from hurricanes. Renters insurance policies also do not cover losses caused by the tenant own negligence or intentional act. How to get renters insurance? Access your insurance need. When you apply for renters insurance, it's a good idea to photograph or digitally video everything you own. For expensive items, make sure to write down any serial numbers that could help verify your claim. You can even take a step further and enter the items into the spreadsheet along with the estimates of each item value. Although these steps take some extra effort, you should do them for two reasons. One, you probably think that the total value of items you own is less than it actually is, which puts you at risk of under-insuring yourself. When you make yourself sit down and access the actual value of each item you own individually, you will get a more accurate picture of what your belongings are worth. Perhaps you have around 50 Blu-rays DVD that may not seem like much to you, but at $20 apiece, you have a collection worth $1,000 that you won't want to have to pay to replace in cash or fire. While your insurance company probably won't want the inventory or the photographs when you take out the policy, your documentation will be indispensable if you ever need to file a claim, because you will be better able to prove the value of your possessions. Make sure to keep copies of your inventory outside of your apartment, such as in blank safe, deposit box with a trusted friend or relative, or emailed to yourself as an attachment, so that all your supporting documents won't get destroyed along with your belongings. Choose an insurance company. Once you've figured out how much insurance you need, you will ready to locate insurance companies that offer renters insurance policies in your area. To find a company, you can simply do an interest search for renters insurance and your state. Another approach would be to check with family and friends for recommendation and rates. Make sure to tell your insurance rep how you found them and if you have any other existing policies with them, because you can often get family rates or package details if you purchased both home and car insurance together. Once you have located potential insurer, reach the company's insurance rating through the companies such as AM Best, which rates insurance companies' ability to pay you when you make a claim. Start the application. After investigating your option, it's time to start the application process. If several companies checked out financially, there's no reason not to apply to all them to see which one can offer the best combination of low rate and solid coverage. Some companies may allow you to complete an entire process online. Others may want to speak to you on the phone and send you some paperwork to fill out. In most situations, it shouldn't be necessary to meet with the representative in person. Fine-tune your policy. The application will be relatively simple to complete. The only question that might trip you up are related to the type of construction of your dwelling, the year it was built, and the type of roof material used. For some properties, you can actually find the information on Zillow.com. If not, you can get it from your landlord. The two types of coverage available to renters are actual cash value and replacement cost. Actual cash value coverage pays what the property was worth at the time damage or loss occurred and is the least expensive type of renter's insurance available. Replacement cost pays the full amount of replacing the amount or property with new ones and is about 10% more expensive than actual cash value coverage. Unless you are the tightest of budget, it's wiser to opt for replacement cost coverage. It ensures that if, say, your cat is destroyed in fire, you will receive the full $1,000. You will need to buy a spank model instead of the couple of $100 that your old sofa has worth due to depreciation. While replacement cost coverage trends to be slightly more expensive, the difference in premium is usually negligible when weighted against the huge increase in coverage you get. At the point, you will also want to decide which deductible best fit your financial situation. As with all type of insurance, the lower your deductible, the higher the premiums. Because with the low deductible and the insurance company will need to cough up more money in the event of claim. Deductible can range from $500 to as much as $2,000. If you raise it from $500 to $1,000, you could get as much as a 25% deduction in your premium. Consider how much you can afford to spend to replace your belongings in the event of major loss. Then insure yourself for the difference. Your deductible can be low to start, and you can always increase it later as needed.